What's going on, everyone? I'm NotBae and welcome to the video. We are officially in the last month of 2025, meaning Smash Ultimate has officially been out for 7 years. Despite this, I still see Mewtwo players making the same rookie mistakes when first picking up the character. So, in this video, I will be covering 5 beginner mistakes I see Mewtwo players make and tips on how to avoid them as we head into the new year. Quick disclaimer before we get started, these are habits that I see virtually every Mewtwo make every now and then, and that's totally okay. No one ever plays perfect, and just because you have 1 or 2 of these habits doesn't mean you can't course correct. So don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you're new, hit that notification bell, and let's jump into it. Starting off with mistake number 1, overuse of air dodge. This is a bad habit for most beginner players, but it's especially apparent in Mewtwo players. And it makes sense as to why. Mewtwo's double jump is slow and not great to escape combos. Therefore, Mewtwo players are forced to rely on their air dodge more often. And while it's not problematic in a vacuum, it's very much so if you're careless with it. Buffering an air dodge out of hit stun and directional air dodge really high up are just a couple of bad habits that will cost you your stock. And unfortunately, this is one of the harder habits to break since it forces you to completely revamp your strategy around this advantage. My best advice? You have to be reactive with your air dodge. Force your opponents to get within swinging distance before pulling trigger. It's a subtle yet extremely important habit break that will save your life. That was a pretty universal habit, arguably not Mewtwo specific, so let's get more granular in mistake number 2, backing yourself into a corner. A lot of you are probably nodding your heads at this one. Mewtwo has the privilege of being able to play a ton of different styles. He can play the aggro game, adopt a more defensive approach, and everything in between. However, a lot of beginner Mewtwo's opt for a defensive Shadow Ball game plan as it's a bit easier to pull off. So they sit back and immediately run to the corner to start spamming the B button. Again, this isn't always bad. I personally think Mewtwo plays pretty well in the corner, but just like every other character in the game, Mewtwo is at his best when he has stage control. So when you give up that control and just start spamming Shadow Ball in the corner, you are actively throwing. Not only is Shadow Ball spam really easy to dodge when telegraphed, but you also have nowhere to retreat to if and when your opponent gets in. Being in the corner is part of the disadvantage state, and if you've watched Mewtwo gameplay at any point, you know how bad his disadvantage can be. Plain and simple, try to fight for stage control. It's a bit trickier of a game plan since you have to interact with your opponents, but I promise it's much more rewarding and will make you a better player. Speaking of interacting, we have mistake number 3, no landing aerials. Once again, Mewtwo has the luxury of a great set of aerials. Every single one of them can be used both rising and landing, which is why it's so frustrating when I see Mewtwo's only going for combos out of a down and up tilt. Mewtwo's combo game is actually insane, but a lot of this potential is hidden behind landing forward, neutral, and even up air. Very similar to the corner stuff, down tilt is a lot easier to go for since it's still a great move. I just want to see more Mewtwo's go for landing aerials to start their combos, not to mention the amount of mix it opens up for shield pressure. Personally, this was the change that instantly made me improve. Moving over to advantage state, mistake number 4, no edge guarding. Look, I am fully aware that ledge trapping is the better option more often than not. Most characters have good enough recoveries to bypass edge guard attempts, and their tools for ledge trapping are often more rewarding. Heck, Mewtwo is no exception to this. Shadow Ball alone is a crazy good ledge trapping option, while his down tilt and smash are great for 2-framing recoveries. However, what most people forget is that Mewtwo's edge guarding is still really good. Not only do his aerials stay out for a long time, but he has one of the best recoveries in the game. This means he can chase super deep to pressure recoveries and still make it back to stage. If you only ledge trap with Mewtwo, you are likely leaving a lot of stocks on the table. I'm not saying you should abandon ledge trapping. What I am saying is try going off stage every now and then, especially when your opponent's resources are low. And to round out our list, I've been talking a lot about Shadow Ball, so let's cover mistake number 5, no use of mid-charge Shadow Ball. Shadow Ball is arguably Mewtwo's best move. It's an all-encompassing projectile that provides value in virtually every aspect of the game. It's great in neutral, advantage, disadvantage, combo, zoning, killing, you name it. And yet when I see new Mewtwo players play, they use it in two ways, spamming no charge or charging to full. Both of which are great, don't get me wrong, but very often the mid-charge Shadow Ball gets left by the wayside for no good reason. No, it's not as fast as no charge, nor is it as powerful as a full charge, but it's a beautiful mix of the two that still provides a ton of damage, combo potential, and zoning. Something as simple as mixing it up in your normal Shadow Ball flowchart can offer so much variation in your neutral. I understand why people don't use it. It's so easy to just charge the full or spam the small Shadow Balls. Even though it requires a bit of extra knowledge, the payoff can be tremendous. From kill confirms to tech chases, mid-charge Shadow Ball is definitely something to implement into your game. And that just about covers my 5 beginner mistakes from Mewtwo. Thank you all so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it and learned something useful. If you did, let me know by leaving a like and subscribing if you'd like to see more. What are your thoughts on my list? Do you fall victim to any of these habits? Let me know in a comment below. And for my more experienced Mewtwo brothers and sisters, what is a habit you had early on and how did you overcome it? I'd love to hear your thoughts. That's all I have for now, and I will see you all next time.